Scorpio, Scorpio sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all you Scorpios starting today, the 23rd of April, 2024. This is Ariel Gatoga, and we are streaming live on YouTube and on Twitch. Moderating today on YouTube are the lovely Honey Paw and the lovely Dre, and moderating on Twitch is the lovely Deline. Thank you so much, moderators, and thank you so much to all of you Scorpios and friends of Scorpios for joining us today. Today I am reading with this beautiful Tarot de la Roca, and I've already purified with this 4711 cologne by, I don't remember who makes it, but it's a very nice old traditional cologne, and it's a wonderful purifier. So I've put links to purchase both of these products in the video description of this video on my YouTube channel if you want to purchase them. If you're watching us on a restream on YouTube and you don't want to watch me shuffle, just use the timestamps right in the video description and you'll get right to that reading. If you are on YouTube, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. If you're on Twitch, please make sure you follow us on Twitch, and you can watch on Twitch without ads when you subscribe to us there. Oh yeah, we have a shop at arielscornershop.com. arielscornershop.com. That's a bunch of affiliate links, which means we make a small commission off of each and every sale. We are upgrading that shop to a full retail experience soon, and we'll let you know when that's available. But we do appreciate your support. Another way to support us is with a donation, and you can donate by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga. Now, how do you shuffle again? paypal.me/arielgatoga. paypal.me/arielgatoga. If you'd like to donate and stay on YouTube, you can do that by using a super sticker, super chat, or super thanks. We do appreciate your support, but what we really appreciate, Scorpio, is you for being here today. For this 2-week reading, I'm usually such a very proficient shuffler, but for some reason, I've lost that ability. I've lost my powers of shuffling today. It's okay. These are still going to be mixed and ready to go. Let's just do one more for good measure since I was so bad at it earlier. We'll give this deck a nice clean cut, and we'll see what's in the cards for all you gorgeous Scorpios for the next 2 weeks. All right, here we go. Starting off with the 5 of Swords, everybody's favorite card. And then we have the, Queen of Cups. Good. And then the King of Cups. Oh, Scorpio, I know. It can be hard. I've been there. You know, it's really a challenge for us in this world to sometimes look at the past in a way that is freeing, rather than ties us to the past. And you know, there's this part of us that doesn't want to let people off the hook because they should be held accountable, right? And that's why I just love a good curse, because sometimes it's just the only way. It's the only way past certain things for me, so that I can get to that release, so that I can get to that point of freedom, of forgiveness. And because if I don't do something proactive like that in certain situations, I'm not saying that I curse willy-nilly, because I don't curse a whole lot. But if I need to, it's nice to know it's there, because then I feel like I've got a context that I can be free, because I know that I've done what I can do to make sure that whatever happened doesn't happen again to me. And then it's easier for me to actually start to find forgiveness and to find peace and to find that freedom from the past, so that I don't let my whole world be colored by this King of Swords who just doesn't care. And I don't want to be that person that doesn't care just because I was hurt so badly, right? It's not everybody else's fault that I was hurt so badly. It's not everybody else's fault that I was hurt so badly. So why should I carry around this King of Swords with me? Because the King of Swords, by the time you get to having that King of Swords, that level of resentment, that level of hostility, that inner hostility, which is totally understandable based upon this Five of Swords, based upon things that happened in the past. But then you have a general sense of, I don't care about anybody or anything. And you know that that's not how you want to be. And I know that's not how you really are, but it can seem that that's how you really want to be, and that's how you really are when you can't find a way to release the past. So it's up to you how you deal with this past, but you have to deal with the past, Scorpio. You have to. There's certain things in your past that were unconscionable, that were so cruel and so unforgivable from the point of view of like you didn't deserve it. And for many of you, I think that happened when you were very young and very small, and you deserve to be taken care of and protected. I'm not sure that that's true for everybody, but it goes back somewhere, and you didn't deserve what happened. It wasn't your choice. You were victimized. But now you're not. And you will be again if you choose to, if you don't choose to release yourself from that cycle. If you don't choose to release yourself from that cycle that you didn't ask to be a part of, but you were brought into it anyway. Right? And so that's what this Queen of Cups is all about, is you finding that grace where it's not deserved. Finding grace and forgiveness where it's not deserved. Because if you wait till if you only forgive the people who deserve it, quote, quote, deserve it, then it's not very powerful. Anybody can do that. Anybody can forgive people that didn't really mean it. But to forgive the people that did really mean it and don't deserve it and deserve to basically to rot in hell, to forgive those people is very challenging, but necessary, because you're not doing it for their sake. You're doing it for your sake. And you don't have to call it forgiveness. You can call it whatever you want, but you've got to release yourself from that past. You've got to release yourself, because now if you don't, no matter how much meditating you do, no matter how much spiritual work you do, you are tying yourself to this King of Swords, where you will be perpetuating that cycle that you never asked to be a part of to begin with. And then they win. You don't want them to win. You want to win. And you're not trying to win so that they lose. You're trying to win so that you're released completely from it, so that you don't even have to think about them anymore. That they're no longer your issue. Give them to some other entity that can deal with them. Ace of Wands, Eight of Wands, and Ten of Swords. See, this is why there's so much wonderful creative energy that can be happening for you. So many things that can be coming into play and into focus and into being. But it's all sullied by this King of Swords, because you are not willing or able or whatever, for whatever reason, aren't releasing yourself from whatever this is, aren't letting go of the past. It can be very challenging. I know this. I know it's very challenging to forgive. I know it's very challenging to release the past. But see, what happens is, if you don't, then you take up your own sword, and then you get this. You get the results of you carrying around that grief, that resentment, those grievances. And you can no longer blame what happened in the past on that, because you've taken the ball and run with it at this point. So it's very dicey. But at some point, you've got to take charge. You've got to take responsibility for the fact that you've allowed yourself to become resentful. You've allowed yourself to become a machine of grievance. And you don't want that. I can see that you don't want that. And a lot of times, Scorpio, I think you convince yourself that you're not doing that. But see, things are coming into focus now, and it's going to be hard for you to not look at this. And you have some very important choices to make because you do control your future. You do. But you're going to have to use that stinger of yours in a different way right now. Because what you don't want to do is set up a bunch of causation that cause you more pain. That's not going to help you or anybody. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here is you doubling down on resentment, doubling down on grievance, and then even saying, well, and I'm willing to pay the price. But for what end? To what end? These people aren't going to feel it. Whatever the resentment is in your past, it's not going to make any difference to them. They're not being affected. The only one that's going to be pained is you. So you're not letting anybody off the hook but yourself when you let go. And then you can get back fully involved with all of the creativity that seems to be on hold. And all of that spiritual enlightenment that you are in the midst of. I mean, you're doing so well with your spiritual path, with your creative path, with your work and all of that. You're doing so well with it, but all of it sort of gets its energy stolen by this King of Swords. And the sad part of it is that it's understandable. You know, I look at this Five of Swords, and this is everything you didn't deserve. This is everything that shouldn't have happened to you. This is people doing to you things that they had no right to do to you. Okay, so there's no excuse for what happened. And now this may not be for all of you, but there's several of you that this is really an important thing to hear. There's no excuse for what they did. But they don't give a crap. And you resenting them and you holding it against them doesn't matter to them. It doesn't give them any grief whatsoever. Even if they know that you feel that way, they could not care less. It's not affecting them in the least. If anything, they might think that's kind of cool that they ruined your life. You know, it's in certain circumstances and with certain people. So in a way, the meanest thing you can do to them is forgive them, because that's the one thing that they don't have any power over, is you releasing yourself from that. And when you release yourself from that, then you can release yourself from this self-imposed prison and exile and all of these punishments that you seem to be heaping on yourself, because somehow you are allowing yourself to be punished for what they did. So we're not doing that anymore. We're going to let go of that. We're going to let go of that and let you be free. Let you be free and feel good. Now, I do have a lecture that you may want to listen to called Cursing to Find Forgiveness. And I'm not telling you that you should curse these people, but I want you to listen to that lecture if you have time, just because it might help you find some context to release whatever this is that seems like it's unreleasable. Because you can be free, and I want you to be free because you got a lot of stuff to do, that you don't need all of your energy being sucked away from you because of these old resentments. All right, Scorpio, there's lots to do, and you're going to do great. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in 2 weeks, Scorpio. Thank you to the amazing moderators, Honey, Padre, and Deline. See you in 2 weeks, Scorpio. Blessed be.